Greetings to you. This is Brandon, the freight broker with Alliance Logistics, and I hope this message finds you in the best of health and spirit on another beautiful Monday morning that we've been blessed to see. I want to thank you for spending some of your time with me today. I understand that there are many things that you want to accomplish. I certainly do as well. So let's get into the business of things this morning. And what we're discussing today is whatever happened to you could be anything that you want to be. You know, when I was a child, I used to hear that often. I would hear my mother say that. I would hear teachers saying that, even if they weren't saying it to me at school. I would hear that notion that you could be anything that you want to be. Whatever it is that you want to be, you can be. And for some reason, as you get older, that gets more and more distant. And what I've realized is that the reason why it gets further and further away is because as children, it doesn't cost us anything to dream. We can put that in our minds and dream as big as we want to dream. And it's important. It is so important to dream big. At the same time, it's not costing anything to dream. But as you start to get older and you start to deal with this thing that we call life, something happens. And what happens is we come into the realization that our dreams are going to cost something. There's going to have to be a sacrifice in order for you to get to where it is that you want to go. And when we realize that there's a sacrifice, we're like, uh-oh, it's too much. You know, it's going to cost me too much. And even sometimes we start to track on our way, and then we realize that it's going to cost too much, and we give up. We start then settling. And then it's not about you can be anything that you want to be, because that becomes secondary. What comes to the forefront is, what is the easiest thing for me to do in order to get to where I want to go? And there's an easy option out there. The only problem with easy is easy tends to be a friend to mediocrity. So if you want easy, you can definitely get it. But easy is going to cost, and it's going to cost you dearly. So if you want easy and you start to do things that are easy, then you're going to find that those tend to render very average results. That's just the bottom line. But when we are willing to sacrifice, when we're willing to put ourselves on the line and work hard and never ever give up, continue to persist, be determined in what it is that we do, then we can achieve whatever we want to achieve. When we put it on our minds, whatever it is, we have that power as humans. That's not special to any specific person. We have the power as humans that we can put whatever we want on our minds. And once we put it on our minds, then we have the power to manifest it. We have the power to make it real. That is the God that lives within us. But the problem is that quitting is easier, because there's no doubt about it. You're going to have adversity. You have to deal with adversity. And that's the problem is, in our dreams, we can just dream. We don't have to get through adversity. We don't have to necessarily deal with it in real time. But when you have to deal with adversity in real time, you come to a realization. Whether it's just perceived or not, it's real to you. And that realness to you is, it's hard, it's difficult. And you start to put that in your mind, and everything else comes secondary. What comes to the forefront of your mind is it's difficult, it's hard, and now you're looking for some way to settle. Whatever that way that is, you want it to be, you want it to be a decent settle, but the bottom line, it's settling. You start to look for the settle door. How can I get out? Oh, there's the door for settle. Let me go that way. And what settling does is it makes it so that you'll never, ever realize your dream. Settling steals your dream. And when you start to settle the first time, it makes it easier and easier. And then it leads to quitting, because you've already quit on what you really wanted to do and settle for something that's easier. That's just how it works. So we get further and further away from you can be anything that you want to be, when the reality is you can be. You can be whatever you want to be. But you have to really want to be it. You have to put it on your mind. And once a man, in the species, put something on his mind, man or woman, he or she can accomplish that without any shadow of a doubt. There's no two ways about that. When you put it on your mind and say, I want it, and then you start working after it, and you don't give up, you keep moving forward over and over and over again, day after day after day, then sooner or later, you're going to run into your goal. It'll be there, and you'll be like, wow, how did I get here? Well, you got there through persisting, being determined in your efforts to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. I am taught that the greatest joy for a man is to plant his seed into the universe and extract from that seed whatever it is that you desire. Now, the secret is the first seed may not blossom. The first seed may not grow as big as you want it to grow. That's because life happens. Different things happen. But just because the first one doesn't grow and grow into what you want it to be, doesn't mean the second or the third or the fourth or the 10th or the 100th one won't grow into that. Because when we have something on our mind that we want to achieve, nothing can stop you. I don't care who you are. If you put it on your mind to achieve it, you cannot be stopped. That's the bottom line. We have that power as humans. So what I want to put on your mind today, that whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you can. You can do that. There's no two ways about that. What mom said 20 or 30 or 40 years ago or 50 or 60 years ago, it's still true today. You can be whatever it is that you want to be. But you have to really want to be it and put that on your mind and concentrate your thoughts more on that than you do on trivial things. And you'll achieve it. No two ways about it. Now, when you start to reflect on this year, what have you been consistent in doing for yourself over and over and over again? What have you been consistent in doing for you this year? Over and over and over again. I'll give you an example of what it is that I'm talking about. Started this year, I said that I would make a video every single Monday. Outside of my everyday responsibilities for my freight brokerage, I said that I would make a video and give back to other people that were interested in this opportunity. I would do that every single Monday. And there have been Mondays that have come that different things have happened, and it tested whether I was going to be able to make that video or not. But my commitment said that I would make a video every single Monday. And every single Monday, I have made and posted a video on YouTube this year. Now, although that helps other people, that's for me. And what it does for me is let me know that I can put something on my mind and say that I'm going to do it and commit to it, dedicate myself to it, and make it happen. Regardless of whatever happens, I'm committed, dedicated to making that happen. And here on Christmas Day, and I'm sitting before you this morning making a video. Why? Because I committed to doing it. And now it's become habit. It's not a chore. It was a task when I first started, because I had to get prepared and get everything in place and put something into it. I had to sacrifice. But when you're willing to sacrifice, you can make anything happen that you want to happen, whatever that is. Now, a lot of times we have no idea what it is that we want to do, and we don't know where to start at. And if you find yourself in that situation, so what I've done is I put together some information, put it in a webinar, and it's in the description box below. And you can take that webinar and you can learn about an opportunity that could change your life forever. Or you could just learn about something that you may not know about already. And if you find it to be valuable, share it with your network. If you don't find value, toss it aside. But I am certain that if you are looking for an opportunity, if you are a forward-thinking person, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you'll find value in that webinar. So the webinar is in the description. Now, here's what you're going to get for attending the webinar. You'll be automatically registered for a free raffle that we're having December 31st to give away 5 free training programs. We've just designed a brand new training program. I am thoroughly excited about this program, and we're going to give away 5 free trainings on December 31. view that webinar and be on the live raffle. We'll make you aware of that via email. So in the description box below now, go ahead and take advantage of that webinar, learn about an opportunity, share it with your network, and get this year off to a great start. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.